The Lagos State government has signed the Memorandum of Understanding with Soma Group, an international construction company, for the development and construction of Lekki International Airport. The governor of Lagos State announced the agreement in a post describing it as a major step towards enhancing connectivity, fostering economic growth and attracting international investment to the state. Lagos State government signed the Memorandum of Understanding with the internationally acclaimed construction company Soma Group to develop and construct the much-awaited Lekki International Airport. The government noted that the groundbreaking initiative is an essential part of its vision to improve connectivity in Lagos, stimulate economic growth, and draw in global investments. The governor said the airport would ease travel and create new opportunities for residents and businesses across the state. Recall that on October 7, 2022, the government of Lagos announced plans to construct a new airport in the Lekki axis of the state. The project at the time was expected to begin in late 2023 and was to be constructed on a 3,500 hectares of land. According to the ministry, the master plan and aeronautical design were in place, while studies were underway to determine strategies, funding, and other considerations, after which the project was to take off. The airport project is expected to cater for a minimum of 5 million people yearly and will be constructed in partnership with local and foreign investors. Lagos State Governor noted that the state was preparing for the project's groundbreaking, and the airlines operating contingencies and approval from the federal government were under consideration. The Lekki International Airport is an airport development project east of Lagos, Nigeria. The master plan has been completed and a 3,500 hectare site for the airport has been secured. The airport is designed to handle 5 million passengers per year with a scope for future expansions. Recently, Nigeria's Lagos State government signed an MOU with Soma Group to develop and construct Lekki International Airport under a public-private partnership model. In October 2024, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority called upon the Lagos State government to submit an official declaration of intent prior to commencing construction of the proposed Lekki International Airport. The Civil Aviation Authority stated that the declaration must be submitted 180 days before the construction of any air transport infrastructure, including airports, aerodomes, and other facilities. In that same October 2024, the Lagos State government announced that work has begun on the Lekki International Airport construction project. And in September of that same year, the Lagos State governor announced the government conducted discussions with Motor NG in a view to collaborate on the construction of the Lekki International Airport project. The Lagos State government also announced plans to establish a sovereign investment fund for strategic investment, including the construction of the Lekki International Airport project. The Lagos State government also went ahead to announce that China Airport Construction Company expressed its interest in partnering with the government in the construction of Lekki International Airport. The governor said that they plan to see if they can identify partners, real partners who understand its market and seek potentials of its market and appreciate that it is a market that has the potential to grow and take the lead. The Lagos State government aims to prioritize the Lekki International Airport Development Project, which is why the government has earmarked 2.2 trillion naira infrastructure budget which will support the project. The Lagos State government confirmed it received authorization from the Nigerian government to commence development of a passenger and cargo airport in the Lekki area. The airport will be located, as earlier stated, on a 3,500 hectare site, and the first phase of the project is estimated to cost about $900 million. The Lagos State government initiated the project through a public-private partnership in response to commercial industrial developments in the Lekki corridor. A lot of private consortiums have expressed interest in the project before the recent signing. The aviation infrastructure will reduce journey time and make commercial hubs in Lagos easily accessible. Currently, there has been an expansion in Lagos from a co-Atlantic city to Lekki Free Trade Zones. This growth necessitated the need for another airport in Lagos. The idea of the Lekki International Airport that started over 11 years ago is finally materializing, with the Lagos State government taking bold steps towards the construction progress. The news of the approval granted by the federal government of Nigeria for the construction of the Lekki Airport was a trendy beat in the nation. Lagos State in Nigeria is home to over 20 million people, and right in Ikeja, the capital, lies the Muritala Mohammed International Airport. The airport has a domestic wing, actually several terminals, and an international wing, each with its own runway. Some time ago, traffic flow through the airport peaked at over 7.6 million passengers, and with the proposed construction of the Lekki Airport, the government projects a passenger flow of 5 million annually. This will represent a value of about 66.67% of the highest annual flow recorded at the present airport. The Murtala Mohammed Airport has two asphalted coated runways, one with a length of 3.9 kilometers and the other with a length of 2.743 kilometers. The longer of the two has typically served international flights, while domestic carriers tend to stick to the shorter runway. Although a longer runway will offer more landing space, which is useful in wet conditions, but more to do with the runway standards. For years, the domestic runway has had no runway lighting system, forcing all aircraft to use the alternate during times of low visibility or darkness. While this itself is not a problem, it created a bottleneck in operations, particularly evening schedules, which saw several aircraft arriving from various domestic and international airports. As a result, holding patterns became common, even though the airport was handling fewer planes compared to airports like Heathrow and Dubai. Another development that came up some time ago was the commissioning of the new international terminal in March 2022 at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. This terminal was meant to boost the capacity of the airport and ease passenger flows through the facility. Unfortunately, this new terminal has been rather limited in operations and even shunned by some foreign airlines over the lack of apron space to park wide-body aircraft such as those used by Emirates, Lufthansa, Ethiopian Airlines, among others. The only potential user of these terminals are regional carriers like African World Airlines, which operate tinier Embraer 145s, and the smaller operations of Air Peace. This has defeated the main aim of building the terminal in the first place, especially when you consider the fact that most of the international airlines which the terminal was meant to serve are unable to utilize it. Constructing an airport is expensive, as in operating and expanding it. When domestic demands rose beyond what could comfortably be handled by the existing domestic terminals, a new domestic terminal commonly known as the MM2 was constructed and launched in 2007. This new terminal was privately funded under a deal that saw investors operate the terminal for 36 years after its constructions. This meant that any revenue generated by the terminal goes to the investor, and rightly so. This development also highlights the possibility of expanding the Murtala Mohammed Airport to accommodate a higher passenger count. Now over to the new airport which is about to be constructed. Some people say the new airport will boost capacity and have a projected 5 million passengers. It is important to note that if the current airport handled 7.6 million passengers at its peak, how would the new one match the 66.67% of that figure? Recall that this is not just about the capacity of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, but also about the ability of the resident to pay for flight tickets. Will this 5 million figure include some passengers funneled from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, or will this be an entirely new set of 5 million passengers? However, this is a question left for the Lagos State government and other stakeholders to answer. The idea to construct a new airport in Lagos is a very good one and holds a lot of potentials. Therefore, the government needs to be supported towards the construction of this airport. Guys, do well to drop your honest comment. Tell us what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.